What's going on, Rippa fans and Rippa fam? ND Andrew here, and we are back with another knowledge-packed, fun-filled romp through the Rippaverse via our illustrious illustrators, Kanan White, Igor Teixeira, and Marcos Rios. So we've got a fun show for you guys. It is spooky season, and so this is a spooky season edition of this show. For those of you who enjoy spooky season, you're gonna have fun with this one because the guys leaned into the thing they all seem to enjoy doing over here, which is drawing creepy stuff.
Yes.
Everybody here just loves all the creepy stuff. Like, man, I'm the only one here that likes the sunshine and warm, like
Okay.
positivity and all that with the heroes. It's just,
We'll draw you into the shadows one day.
Well, NDA.
Right.
We'll get there one day. But yeah, guys, we've got a great show planned for you. Thank you for hanging out with us. As always, please hit that like button, share out the show. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your family's subscribed. Make sure your cat's subscribed. Make sure the goldfish on your dresser that your cat keeps looking at is also subscribed. We appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. But without further ado, what do you say we get into some art pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Let me pull up this one. We're going to start, I think, with whatever one this is. Honestly, I haven't even looked. It says Marcos. The file says Marcos. So it's Marcos, I would presume, unless you guys are just playing tricks on me. So here we go. Marcos. I haven't even looked to see how long this thing is. How long is this? Okay, 7 minutes?
I think it's like
okay.
seven.
We're good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it at 1.2 speed and then let her go. All right. Talk us through it, brother.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, this one I started straight off the bat. Just instead of like trying to reference something, I just went straight in with the circle for the head and then made the pose as I went along. This basically is his name. I guess he's not really in D8 anymore. He's in Yaira number 3, but
and 2.
It's puppet Yeshua, I guess is how you say his name. Yeshua. You know, Yaira's old friend.
Mm-hmm.
And spoilers, I guess, for those who haven't read the book. By the end, let's just say something happens to him and he turns into this thing. And he's pretty creepy. I remember designing him. The Saskas wanted him to look like what's that character from that Scissorhands with the with the scissors on the hands and whatnot. But they wanted it obviously to be the nails, kind of like a monster type of thing, not actually stuff that he glued on his hand or something like that. But they wanted that type of creepy vibe, and came out really cool in that aspect. And then him wearing the black straight jacket with like the straps all around his body and the soulless eyes. I thought, why not make a piece out of him? Like nobody's actually. I haven't seen anything about him. Like at least on social media, nobody's like done fan art of this character. At least that I know. And I thought
not that I've seen.
No, this might be the first. Yeah, he was cool.
It's I was gonna do something maybe actiony, but I thought, you know what, that wouldn't really be on the creepy vibe. That was just action. So I went for like a regular pose. Maybe he's pointing at you like you're next, like I'm coming for you, with that little creepy grin. Which I remember telling Andrew as I was drawing, I was already creeped out just with the smile alone. Well, the grin, I guess. But yeah, I went hard on the details on this one as well. Since there was not much going on, I figured might as well go a little bit extra with the details on the skin, the hair, even the I guess the nails.
Yeah.
Just to like offset the fact that there's no background or nothing like that. But yeah. Wanted to give that vibe, that feeling that you're in danger, you know, you got this creepy looking demon guy just aiming for you, just grinning like he's just gonna, you don't know what he's gonna do. And with the darkness in his eyes, I figured
The
it'd be a
blacked out
perfect
eyes
piece.
always look creepy.
Yeah, they do. Kind of shark eyes or something like that. That's really good.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that's how he actually. Sorry. That's I was just gonna say that's how he actually is in the concept art, where it's just black with the little glow. I didn't think about adding the highlight until a little bit later into the sketch, because I was gonna leave it entirely black, like pitch black, to make it creepier in a sense.
Yeah.
But I figured it'd probably be best with the glow, and actually it came out better like this. Because then at the end you're gonna see I add a little glow to it, like actual like blur, and it makes it look like it's in the dark. It's really cool. Sorry, you were gonna say, Kaden?
No, I love his hand, like that. Even
Hmm.
how you know, when your nails are that long, like, you know, how does the hand even kind of bend? And you found a way to make it look, you know, accurate, you know, as far as like, you know, the nails, and, you know, nothing's like bending or moving in odd ways, man. Like it actually looks, and I love how you even have the overlapping of the, like the thumbnail going over I think that's a middle finger
Yeah.
or secondary, you know, whatever it's called. But, yeah. And the foreshortening is like spot on. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's really good. Like
That
was
type
the
fun
of a
trying to
pose
figure
with
out
the
the
hand,
nails.
that's hard.
yeah, it is
Yeah.
really hard. You run into the risk of like having a floating hand, just
Yeah.
hovering in
Yeah.
front. If you don't like layer, like superimpose like the planes of the arms
Yeah.
correctly. Yeah, it's really good.
Also, and I
Yeah.
guess I'll say it's kind of like, I guess it kind of, I guess since we don't necessarily have a question, but I just thought about it watching him. I was curious, when you guys draw like these characters, what part do you usually start with? Like some people say the head, you know, some people say the hand, or, you know, the chest or whatever. I know, you know, for me, like if I was drawing this, I always usually start with what's closest to us, so, and then work my way back. So the hand, and then the forearm, and then the elbow, and then the head. But sometimes like I'll start on the thigh, and like just like weird spot, like
Yeah.
kind of like
The
wherever
thigh,
you're
yeah.
feeling the vibe,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, okay. And sometimes I'll start on the torso, you know, so it's like, I was just
Your
curious.
shoulder.
I was just curious of what you guys, you know, might start with first. But
Yeah, it's funny because they always say, like for a pose like this, I think starting with the head is smarter because you have like, since he's standing up, you have a sense of like the proportion that you're gonna follow, right? Like it's easier to
Yeah, the distance
follow,
that makes
between
sense.
the.
yeah,
Mhm.
because of the head and everything, and since the face is the main thing going on there with the hand like
I
pointing
want
at
to jump
us.
in real quick, like
Yeah.
where Marcos is at right now with the inking and stuff on the hair totally
Shading.
makes me think, yeah, it totally makes me think like 90s image inking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Oh, true.
like right now, this could be like freaking Ian Nottingham from Witchblade
Yeah.
right now. Like for anybody that was reading that book, I was, shouldn't have been. Mom
It's
would have slapped me, but that's okay. She can't do that anymore.
I mean, that
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out because it looks really cool and immediately stuck out to me and jumped out to me.
is good. It does.
He looks like he was in a rock band or some heavy metal.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, the fine line work details remind me, like you can see Kanan's influence over Marcus' work. I feel like Marcus is getting a lot of control with that.
Yes, he is.
Like it's getting really good at like controlling the, like you
Line
have
weight.
a thicker outline and
Mhm.
then like line control inside.
Yep.
Which is really cool to
Hmm.
see, especially for the face.
Yeah.
Like it was really good.
Ooh. That
Yeah,
is
there's that
awesome.
glow.
Get it back
The
to
glow
there.
in the eye. The
Yeah.
glow in the eye really sold it at the end. I was like,
Yeah.
I had to do that. I had to add it. I was
Can
gonna say
get
something,
it
I forgot.
just far enough?
That was like the money shot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Look at that.
You
Look
know
at
what it
that.
reminds me of? Like if you took his nose away and just left his mouth there, he would go like the
Jesus.
Iron Maiden covers.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like Eddie or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. Dude, those are some of the creepiest covers, bro.
Super cool, man.
Just take his face away. He's Slender Man or something. Grew hair.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Can you go
say,
back to the beginning, Andrew,
Yeah,
while
yeah, yeah.
Mark starts, so we can see where he
yeah,
started. I think he started from the head, like way before
yeah. I was
that.
gonna say I start
Yeah,
with
he
the
did.
head, the circle, and then the hand. It
Okay.
was kind of
Because
like
that was a good
alternating.
question.
Yeah, because first I did the hand a little bit smaller, and then
Mm,
I had to rescale it because of the head. Because I was like, hold on, the hand's a little too small, and the head's too big.
yeah.
So if I'd done the hand first, I figured probably something similar would have happened, where I would have to
Hmm.
end up changing
Yeah,
because of
but
the proportions.
this is good because you got like basically everything that you have, like the main
The
subject
focus, yeah.
of your of
Yep.
your drawing is there already. And once you nail that, the rest is just like building up from that, right? Like so, if you
I
get
like
that
that
right.
pun. Nailed it.
Yeah, the nail. I
Nail.
didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Not a
one
pun guy, but yeah, it
one
happens.
thing that I really like, man, that you did. A lot of times people think foreshortening necessarily means bigger, and that's not
Yeah.
necessarily the case unless you're purposely doing a forced perspective. Because just because something comes out at you doesn't necessarily mean it gets
Yeah.
much larger. It still stays within the proportions of the body unless you're purposely making his hand larger because it's like extreme. But
Yeah.
you did a
Yeah.
good job showing the balance between and you're really showing all the artists, any new artists, don't think you have to make the hand super huge just because it's coming at us,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
that's not how it looks. In
Mhm.
reality.
Yeah. It was small first because I have this thing anatomically that whenever I'm drawing hands or characters drawing their hands and versus their face or whatever, I think about the hand's supposed to be able to cover the face, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
Right.
okay, is it big enough to cover this face that I drew? So
right.
it was a bit smaller, so I had to end up changing it because of that. Because I
I
was
have the
thinking, you know what,
opposite
the hand,
problem.
the
That's,
opposite,
sometimes me too.
Mickey Mouse hands.
I, I draw them too
giant
big and
hand.
then I have to reduce everything.
Like baby hands.
uh,
It's funny. I've always drawn them smaller. I don't know,
Yeah.
and then I have to fix them.
It's
Same.
good. It's good knowing like what you do wrong, right? Like you start
mhm.
to yeah, that's the way to improve. You start to notice your own flaws and
Yep.
like
Mistakes, yeah.
the mannerisms that you have in your own drawing or something like
Do
that.
you guys like make mental or even actual physical checklists of the things that you consistently like maybe
Hmm.
goof up on or like
Hmm.
mess up or
Mentally,
something, and
yeah.
so you need to
Yeah,
keep it
mentally. Yeah.
in the forefront of your mind, like, okay, like after I'm done, I need to go back and look at
Yep.
this part
Yep.
and make sure that it's correct.
And
Hmm.
I mean, with digital pieces, you can flip them, and you
Yeah.
get
Mm,
to like a new view of the same thing that you're drawing because you can't get too close to a piece. I've seen
mhm.
like, especially
Yeah.
if you think about like Wizard of the Coast artists or people like that that
Yeah.
commission like big paintings that they take like a month to make or something like that.
Yeah.
It's usually good to take a step back, right? Like because you can get like you get too close to the painting.
And it took me a month to do Blue Shift's head sketch.
The blue,
Well,
the Andrew sketch.
to what you said, Igor, man, even in that, man, like I know I watch a lot of Dave Raposa.
Yeah.
They have learned to render what they want you to focus on, and then everything else is really basic.
Yeah.
From faces to, because that's how it looks in reality. Like things that are further away, less detail, less line quality. Some
Mhm.
stuff it just blurs. But so
Yeah.
adding those elements, I think, help. Like you said, that they help sell the image, man. Like if it's, because you can get the problem with zooming in super close is that you can have the face super rendered, and
Mhm.
then everything else doesn't match. It's not consistent.
Yeah.
So you have the super rendered face, and then you can tell where you may have zoomed out, and you're like, I don't want to add too much detail here. Not that you're lessening it because it's far away. You just lessened it because you didn't feel like rendering it because you put
Yeah.
so much time in that belt buckle or
Yeah.
embroidery on the armor. Now you
Yeah.
realize you got to do that same detail consistently through the whole piece, or it'll look weird. So,
Yeah. It will.
Yeah.
like you said,
It's
digital
like
art.
it's
No, you
like
did.
that horse meme when you have like a series of movies and they're like this part is like a well-drawn horse,
Yep.
then
Yeah.
masterpiece,
Then
and then it's
Oh,
like a
yeah, yeah.
doodle.
Yep.
I thought
But
of
that
that meme when it's like inconsistency of the
That
drawing.
last one where it's just a doodle, that's all of my doodles.
Like
but
a
that
weird
that was a
horse
good
creature.
question, Andrew. I wasn't. It's cool to ask other artists that once we have like guests
Mhm.
and stuff. Remember to ask like what they feel like they pay attention in their own work because they know they're gonna
Mhm.
mess up in some way.
I was gonna say I
Because
know like with the people who kind of render with the style that I render in, you always have to be cognitive of where the muscles go because you're not drawing them out with line per se. You're showing things with
right.
shadow and shape and stuff like that. So I know for me, I
And
constantly have to remind myself this is what the abs look like under these shadows, even though I don't show the abs because sometimes I'll get to rendering it and blocking out the light and the shadows and shapes, man. But it's just like that's not how abs look. So I'll go back. Sometimes go back. Like okay, like
it's
I
not how
gave
the force works, Ken.
32 abs. Exactly. So I mean, you have to definitely make a mental list to ensure that it's in the areas that you are weak in. Just kind of like
It's how you learn.
exactly.
Yeah.
Make sure you address those. I know I used to make my characters used to have super long legs, like all of them, and I think that was because I had an anime kind of background, and the '90s anime, a lot of them long.
Oh
legs.
yeah, like they had
Yeah,
super long. I
yeah,
think like Bubblegum
80% of their
Crisis.
body.
Yeah,
You
one of
know,
my
stuff
favorite
like that.
animes, like Code Geass, is
Yep.
by a studio
Yep.
named
Yeah.
Clamp.
Oh, that's just like long,
Legs for days.
really thin limbs in general, man. Like
And they had big hands. It was like big hands, long legs, and little heads.
that's
Fingers that
where it
bent.
started with Igor. That's
Yeah. That's awesome.
that's why he loves
I
that
love that
anime so
style.
much.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
love
I
it.
feel seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that style so much.
Final thoughts on Marcos's piece, guys.
Oh, you killed it, man.
I like how it's stuck
Yeah,
on the
really good.
like when judging this
Igor's the
sketch.
one that asked me to go all the way back to the
Sorry.
beginning. Here, there's the
So
Cool
good.
vignette of like having the
there we go.
shadow around, like that
Mhm.
cells of kind of like a spooky
Yeah.
theme.
Yeah, because he's
drawing.
focusing you. It's supposed to be that sort of like that feeling that he's capturing you.
One
Something about that, but
last thing, I really like that you didn't overdo the highlights on the hand, and you kind of
Yeah.
left them mostly in the face, and then the hand is kind of it's not really out of focus, but you get some of that because you wouldn't be able to focus on both things at once, and like not having extra details in the hand, like the amount you did was really good because then you focus on him looking at you and then you notice the hand. It's like it's really good, cool touch, really cool touch.
thanks.
Ready to color once again, like
Yeah,
It is.
because the nice
all
grayscaling. Yeah.
ready to color.
I wanted to color it
Very good.
because it was a little bit hard to not render, but like differentiate like the colors because it's all black. He's wearing all black, so I had to
Right.
differentiate the straps,
Mhm.
the nails. That's why you see they're like that pitch black versus a little bit gray on the suit,
Mhm.
and then a bit darker for the strands, and then the hair is supposed to be blondish with a little bit of black at the bottom of
Yeah.
the tips, and then the skin is pale. I was like, I wanted to color it just to make it easier to understand, but I ended up leaving it
Oh,
like
but
this.
it
It turned out
reads
great.
really well. Yeah,
Yep.
It turned out great.
really good.
Good work, amigo.
Good stuff, man.
Excellently done.
Excellent.
So
Thanks.
that, and
It's
let's
creepy.
pull up. It is creepy. That's what y'all seem to enjoy. That's what y'all seem to enjoy. All right.
Igor, you could do that cosplay
I could, yeah, I could
with the hair.
something like
I'm sorry.
that.
Igor's is
8
just over
minutes
8
long or
minutes, so
something.
I can put this to about the same.
His is
Yeah,
officially
do that.
creepy.
Yeah.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
Andrew hasn't seen this. Let's see how he feels.
Fun.
Yeah, let's
Fun.
see. I'm not sure what I'm going to be seeing here. Other than well,
So this was like horror shot that I had in mind. Was like Stefania being afraid of Magus, the
Mhm.
mice.
okay.
But then I wanted to focus more on Magus being like kind of creepy and out of proportion because he's like kind of human sized, and I was like, it would be cool if he was like bigger and kind of disproportionate or something like that.
It's making me think it was something like out of Japanese body horror right now, or something out of
Yeah.
like Spirited
which
Away.
which is something that
thing.
I have a deep love for. Like I have everything by Junji Ito and stuff. So
Why
it's
does that
like,
not surprise me in the slightest?
yeah, it's ingrained in me.
Oh, wow. Shocking.
So yeah, I wanted, like the big face kind of like weird, and because if it was like the same size, I would have to think of something else, like I was making before. Stefania kind of like in the foreground, and then looking up at like Magus opening a door or something like that. But I
Mhm.
wanted a kind of like more a creepier vibe to the whole thing, kind of like a nightmare or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I took some liberties with Marco's design of the character to make him like kind of weirder. Added like centipede legs to the arachnid arms that he has, kind of teeth to the mask because he has like two halves of a normal face, you would say.
The design
So I
wasn't
added-
creepy enough on its own.
Faces splits.
I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
why
no,
not?
I can add this. It's good
Well,
design. It
already
could be a
at an
nightmare or
11, if
something
it's
like
worth
that.
doing, it's worth overdoing. Let's crank it up to 14. Why the hell not?
But this is the type of stuff that I really enjoy doing. Like, I should have zoomed in some parts because I'm gonna go over like a ton of hatching, and I was having fun with this. So I indulged a little bit too much, and but this is a good thing in relation to the question that you were asking, because you asked about like do we make mental notes of stuff that we have to improve, and one of the things that I'm trying my best to improve, especially with like making comic book pages and stuff where you have to be faster, is make use of the shadows to create like mood.
Yep.
And also save time, whereas like just pitch black, so I'm not drawing, because this is something that I did it very often. I would draw everything with like clear line, and then like render every muscle or everything that was there, and then you had to like add black on top of something, or add the dark shadow to kind of focus on another part when I was coloring the pieces, like for Isom and Yaira. I did that like very often. Like I would render a lot of things that wouldn't show in the image, that didn't make sense like to focus on. So for this piece, I was constantly thinking of that. Like I'm not gonna exaggerate on some parts of it, like especially his body, because I'm not gonna show everything. Like,
Yeah,
so
right.
I want this to be in shadow to be creepier. So there's no way
Mystery,
I'm
yeah.
gonna, because it's not showing. It's actually
Mhm.
like a part of horror, right? Like when you show too much, you lose the
It's the
punch.
anticipation of it sometimes,
Yep.
Yeah, it's
So I
why,
was-
the first Alien movie was the creepiest one, because
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
longest time we didn't even see the thing, right?
You
Yeah,
didn't see
and
that. Yep.
yeah, we have a ton of like examples of that in horror where that's
Mhm.
done like pretty well. Um, so yeah, it was basically, this is me like at the like having the time of my life. This is it's like, oh yeah,
Throwing the
it's
boxes
horror
in.
time again.
This is
I
Igor
was
telling the
trying
sauce
different
because he wants to
brushes.
direct horror.
Yeah,
So
but yeah, I don't know what it is that like kind of pulls people into this, but I like that drawing like the small creepy details. Try to think of something that's gonna be disgusting to look at or something like that.
it's not just that
But,
you're weird. Don't worry. It's
right.
yeah, it could be that. I mean, it
Surely
could be
not
that.
Wow. Rude.
because I'm
Yeah,
part of
we're
that
all in the
group,
same boat. Yeah,
He
we're all.
designed it. He
Yeah,
designed it.
it's your creature. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
he started it.
To be fair, the Saskas were very detailed about his creation. I just did what they said.
Unsurprising, as
Not
they are wont to
surprising.
be.
Yes.
You know what this gives me vibes of? Like The Shining with here
Just the guy
Little bit.
going
knocking
through.
through the door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
Johnny.
could see that.
But it's just like it's new Mike. It's like, but there's no door here, so
There's no X either. He doesn't need an X.
no, it's
To
just a
give people
monster.
the option to like fan caption these when we send them to members.
It's
Like
Johnny would be a winner.
put a blank. Give them an option for one that has like a blank word bubble, and then they fill that in,
That would be
with
cool.
their caption. Then they can
Yeah.
post it and tag us. You know what? I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do that
It's
So yeah,
Newmite.
if I remember.
for this piece, like basically all the comments that I have, we could go into detail of like what makes horror work or not, or what I'm trying to do here. But mainly, I think the comments that I can make is because I colored this. Spoiler alert: I'm gonna start coloring this again, pretty soon. And I had to make some decisions that I didn't consider when it was black and white, because I'm rendering this to be in black and white, and then I wanted to try something different. So some of the lights that I'm adding here didn't work in color, which shows me that they wouldn't work in black and white either. So I had to make changes because I was kind of failing at the attempt of like adding value or contrast to it, because Stefania is quite clear right now. It's like she has her own light, and I was struggling to find, like, I didn't want to cover her in shadow because she wouldn't be in light. So I was trying to find and then I gave up and added shadow to her because it was the only way to make sense of that. Yeah, because sometimes the piece needs something that you're not willing to make, but it adds to the whole scene. So I added like cast shadows and everything, and this is how it looks. And then I added some blue shadows to Nomite to kind of break the red. And
Dude, the color choice. You always nail the coloring in these, by the way, Igor.
Thanks, man.
It looks amazing with the red and blue like this.
Yeah, I wanted something simple, right? Like I wanted like two colors that contrast. I was thinking about like kind of green and red, but then Nomite has some like kind of yellowish, greenish. So I wanted to run away from that, and I went for like, what if this was kind of a nightmare, really? So like like you're not thinking about like what color is
Freddy
this or that in
Krueger.
a nightmare. Yeah, like it's kind of like stylized. But yeah, this was fun.
1, 2, Nomite's coming for you.
Oh man, that just
a
gave
lot of
that just gave me an idea. I could have used two. That just said Freddy Krueger. I thought about Salvage being like in a creepy.
Oh
He's like
yeah, oh
Freddy
that's
Krueger
good.
in a dream.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But he's got the face all
yeah.
messed up.
I love the
Next
Great
month.
piece.
Next month.
Next year.
Next year. Yes.
No, I love the way you did, man. The saliva coming off of the mandibles on his face,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Like, it feels like it's in those horror movies when you see it crack open and you see like the spittle, tendrils and it, kind of thing. And it's just
Gross.
like, yeah, man. It's just like, dude, it's viscous and creepy, and just even the splitting of his head, man, looks like it cracked open, and then like that middle part just kind of forced its way out, and it's like, yeah, that's crazy, and he feels heavy. He looks big. Yeah, he is big, but I mean, he feels like he has like we don't even see all of them, like almost like he have like several arms, coming out of that thing. It's just like straight nightmare fuel.
He feels like he's the controller of the dream. Like he's everywhere. So he's that big. He's like controlling the entire scene.
Yeah,
that's how it feels.
Or in even more, I guess we want to get lore accurate. It could be Kunzite is causing Stefania to have this dream, right?
Yeah,
true.
She's the Nightmare Queen, and obviously she was, betrothed to Nomite. So
Nomite.
I kind of thought about going with her, but I kind of like Magus more.
Well, and plus Stefania, since you're utilizing Stefania, she has more experience with Nomite.
Yeah,
it makes
more
sense, right? Because he killed her grandmother.
Yeah, I went with her design because if you go back to the sketch, at some point I wanted to make her hair. The short hair, and then I was like, no, it makes sense that like this is like during Yaira 1 or something like that. Because
I noticed the hair with the half bald. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can see there, I was going to add like the Alpha Core uniform and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense that you went the route that you did
Yeah.
in the end.
Yeah, man.
Excellent
And I
piece, brother.
understand, by the way, you didn't pick Kunzite. Her monster form is like a bit much.
No,
It's a
Bigger
lot.
in size and ugly.
it is
creepy.
really cool. Like I love spiders and stuff like that. But
Oh, I hate spiders. Sorry.
but the
That was a visceral reaction right there.
Now we know.
Like, all right.
Yeah.
We just found
So just keep
Marcos's
sending Marco
kryptonite.
spider
Yeah.
pictures and stuff.
Marcus
You know, it's
doesn't like
funny.
spiders.
My daughter, man, she can't stand the eyes. Like she likes
eight
doesn't
eyes.
mind spider, but the spider eyes, like
Oh, really?
Really?
Okay.
yeah, like
Interesting.
all the
So many of them.
yeah, and just the way they look. I was like, I think it's cool, but she's like, nah, she ain't like, don't show me. I don't want to see it, Dad. I'm like, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry, Igor, I interrupted you. You were
No,
saying.
I was just gonna say the thing that I like about Magus is like the concept of like him kind of breaking up and opening to.
Hmm.
I feel
Yeah.
like that lends itself to some creepy shit. So sorry.
That's the way the Saskis describe it. Creepy shit. That's
Yeah,
That
it.
is
Definitely
their
that.
MO. And y'all are more than happy to oblige. So it's a team
Yeah.
effort.
Of course.
Any final thoughts on Igor's piece?
I love it, man. Just
It
I also
nails
love
that
his pose.
nightmare vibe.
Yep.
yeah. It's,
Good
Excellent.
job, man.
Thanks a lot.
Great
The
work, as
last
always.
month I wasn't happy. This month I'm very happy with like the just being
He
able
was just
to-
waiting for an excuse to draw
Monsters.
creepy stuff. That's what it
You're
was.
right.
Yeah, well,
He
it's
wasn't going to be
coincidence.
happy unless he got
Just
to
a
draw monsters.
coincidence.
I'm in my element.
we gotta make a year of these where it's just every month is monsters.
Yeah,
Like
please.
Igor's
Let's
gonna
do
be
that.
very happy.
Yes, yes.
No.
Design some more monsters, and we can.
There's plenty of them.
Y'all are
trust.
killing me.
Yeah, there is a lot. You know.
It's
Y'all
like
are
worse and
actually
worse
killing
every pick. This is like
me. Right?
more
What the heck?
dude, what?
Again?
What am I going to do with y'all? All right. Kanan,
Oh boy.
let's have it.
All right.
Oh boy,
Let's
indeed.
have it. This is my first time seeing this piece.
Classic slasher vibe, man. And
I'm already getting Jason vibes here.
Yeah, 100%. You know, it's a mixture of Jason and Michael Myers, but if it was basically Hector,
Okay.
in his nightmare version of a nightmarish version of the Horseman and how he would look, is basically this. I was gonna add eyes, pupils, but I was like, no. I always loved just the empty sockets that you saw in Jason's mask. Like you never knew if he was looking at you or you know that kind of vibe. Same thing with Michael Myers, man. That ghost face, just whew. So you know, just really capturing that element, man. Making as Carol says, her boyfriend, creepy as possible, man. Like giving, like I said, neck's a little thicker. It's kind of like decayed a little bit. You know, you'll notice that his uniform, there's nuances of what it was, but I really wanted to make it like tattered, and you'll start to see where see bullet holes, in it. Obviously he's, this isn't your daddy's Horseman. This is
No.
the nightmare rendition of Horseman Voorhees.
Super cool, man.
So
This is Horseman. If Cal murdered his family or something, he's gonna
yeah, man. Like I said, this is
pretty much.
This is the one that came back, and now he's just this supernatural element, i.e. Jason, that just doesn't die. But yeah, it was funny because I really didn't have any other ideas, man. It's just kind of like I kept seeing that. I was just like, man. And so not only that, but I had the idea of him standing in front of the, you'll see as I rendered, just like this old creepy house. Thinking of the Michael Myers, the block he lived on, and his house, and just kind of like just the whole nuance, man, of really capturing that classic slasher vibe to it. So yeah, That's pretty much, man. Like, he's just, wanting to really show, really playing with the light always. Always like, playing with the extreme light sources and stuff. Plus I didn't want to exactly draw all the details on the other side, so just hit it in shadow. But I tried to make it, comprehensive, man. I just didn't do it strictly just because I didn't want to do all the details only. But I also did it just because it added a nice little vibe.
Well, it gives the vibe of like when you're watching one of those classic slashers, and so a lot of times, a lot of the enemies, a lot of the villains, like body is shaded out, right? And it's masked.
Also
in
makes
shadow.
sense to the light because it's coming from one side, and then your leg would like kind of like cast a shadow over the other leg.
Exactly.
It's really cool.
I like the little detail that you broke off one of his the horse ears.
Yeah.
And it's also missing the fin.
Uh-huh.
So I like that. I like that you busted off because it looks like he's been through some stuff.
Yep. Yeah,
Right.
I changed his mask a little bit. I was trying to didn't want to make it look too much like a hockey mask, but still kind of added little breathing holes.
Just a little there, yeah. I respect it.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
I mean, you still see his body.
I love how you. Yeah, I love how you gave him the machete though.
Yeah.
He was living, kicking ass with the guns, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm switching stuff up." He went for melee now.
Brutally efficient.
Who's drawing knives now? It wasn't me this time around.
Now who's doing it, right?
Yeah. It was funny. It was while I was drawing him. I was like, because I had yours, Igor, in my head when he had the dude hanging up in his garage.
Right. Yeah.
Doing the portrait. It's like, it's like I want to make that a little bit more extreme, and so just but adding, like you said, the creepy element of like the Halloween aspect, and really thinking about Jason primarily, and then also Michael Myers, because those are two of the probably the more prolific slasher characters in cinematic history. So I mean, I was like, man, imagine them two merged, Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees, dude. That's like an unstoppable force. But so just I said I wanted to. Also, he's holding my man's head. Finally, he got his revenge.
Yep.
Post life.
Better late than never, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, this was fun, man. It was a fun piece to just explore and making a lot of the. I'm always learning something. Always, when I do these, especially when playing with light and shadow, man. Like, you think you've done just about everything, but there's always ways you can like move the light around and come up with different like tones and moods just on where you place the light, whether it be from the underside or in case like you said, Igor, you picture like almost like it's a porch light or something coming from that, or even the moonlight coming from his left, with his right, but our left, and then behind him it could be like an actual like man-made light. So you got two different light sources. So but yeah, so.
I like it. Great work.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Had to give him that slasher font,
Oh yeah. Oh, that absolutely. Well, and because of the contrast of like you got the black and white, but then you have the red text. It's like Sin City as well.
Yeah.
A little bit like that.
Yep.
But yeah, the font itself definitely gives the vibe of like your classic slashers. I like it. I'm here for it.
So, it's a what if horseman.
Exactly.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on this one, gentlemen?
I love it. I love the big news, but the areas of black where like especially on his like legs where the clothes are kind of in tattered, like kind of broken up into circles and everything, like the fabric is kind of ruined. Reminds me so much of the comic books of our time, like the 90s. Not Marcos, but the rest of us. Because Marcos is younger.
Marcos is the baby here.
Hey, I'm 30. I mean,
dude, man.
Yeah, you did cross into 30. Congratulations.
Yeah, I can't believe it's 30, man.
That's crazy.
It's been so long. Yeah, but yeah, it reminds me of like the 90s kind of era of like where everyone would be like in
tattered clothes.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's really cool, man.
See, I know
great to see.
this. I know this stuff. It should be my dad collects comics. Like I used to read the stuff that he had.
You were on the
Uh,
tail end,
clothing.
but you
Just
still
being
caught a little bit
facetious.
of it.
You
Yeah.
got a little bit of it. Yeah. You
Yeah.
caught
I
a
didn't
taste.
understand it because I was a baby, but yeah, you know.
It's a baby. Like, such a baby.
Like, whoa.
No, I'm
Dude,
just
I love the
being
background, by
facetious,
the
I
way.
know, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
the background's
yeah,
really good.
Like,
He
really
just
good.
came out of Cal Buxton's mansion. It was like, I'm done with
yeah,
you.
you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love the vines, man. Like the just
Yeah.
tiny details, like the
Like,
smoke.
I can
the
picture
sun.
him like after this, just like giving no care in the world. And he's just as he
Mhm.
walks away, he just like opens up the mailbox, tosses the noggin in there,
yeah,
shuts it, and
man. Yep.
walks off. Like there, I'm done with you.
Job's done. Yeah.
Dude, that was one of the creepiest things about Michael Myers, man. Like nobody ever saw him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was like he never ran.
Yeah.
And he would just he's walking your house. Whap.
Yep.
Come out the front door. This is almost like matters of like fate, like inches and seconds. They would miss him. Like, where'd he go? And he's like in your house. He's walking behind, and he would just go out the back door, walk somewhere. This is like nobody can ever find this dude. But you're right, man. Like that's kind of how this horseman would be, man. Just like he doesn't talk. That's what I always loved about Jason. You just see him breathing.
Yeah.
He's alive, but he never said anything. He just I always remember, was it Jason takes Manhattan, man? He punched that dude's head off. Like, knock. I was just like,
Yes.
dude. But yeah, that's
The
classic.
good memories. Yeah, classic.
Yeah, good times, right?
Yeah, back in
Y'all
old
are
watching
killing
this
me.
for the
Yeah.
first
Awesome
time.
entertainment.
Y'all are absolutely killing me. All right, guys, there will be a poll going up in chat. I will pull up the all three pieces together here shortly, but we're going to go over the fan piece and discuss that. It was submitted by Porter Fishburne, who's submitted to us multiple times before. I think last month was the first time we had a piece of his actually on the show. And he had a fantastic piece back to back months. So we're gonna pull that up here right now. Right here. Yeah, hey, good for me actually naming the file, so I knew which tab to click on. Here we go.
Yeah, man.
Look at that.
Man, that's so good.
Gentlemen, talk about it.
Yes.
Right away, the lighting on Blood Ruth's face, Sydney, is chef's kiss, man. Like that's the only thing I was thinking. I was like, I wish he made her eyes glow, because that would just set it up.
Oh yeah.
That would just be
Yeah,
like
true.
the icing on the cake of an already amazing piece. But
Yeah.
that's just neither here nor there. But phenomenal job. Love just the little accents. Even like the cast shadow from her collar
That lighting.
onto her face. The cast shadow from her nose to her cheek, just where you barely see her hair.
Yeah.
And I love it because you wouldn't see a lot of light because the only light source is a candle and this jack-o'-lantern, sitting on the
Yeah.
table. So it's definitely would be like a low light. But beautifully done. I love how you did the emerald, the ruby on her chest, the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the neck.
collar.
The neck, the choker.
Yeah.
true.
Yep. I think she's wearing her hat too, if I can tell.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
So phenomenal, man. That's man. And honestly, man, and the lantern, the jack-o'-lantern you did,
That's good, man.
dude. It reminds me of Halloween, man. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I always remember watching it, and I was telling my kids about kind of a history lesson for Halloween for those that don't know the backstory. When they were filming Halloween, they had them do a screening, and everybody was just kind of like, eh. And so the reason why they were liked is they didn't have any music. And so it was like, we need something that's gonna like really like impact. And so going through this musical score and got this, musician to do it, and got this person to come up with something, and then you just start playing, boom, 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 boom. And so it was like, and then from now on, that's all you remember when that movie comes on. You just see that pumpkin, and it just zooms in, and it's such a slow zoom. Nothing else happens. It's just all dark, and you just have that jack-o'-lantern zooming in. It's just like captures all the ambiance, and that's what this reminds me of, man. Like in Meeting, I was like, this is like freaking Michael Myers Halloween. Phenomenal.
It really is.
Phenomenal job.
It's really good.
Sidney Myers.
Yep.
Sidney Myers.
Right.
I think the suggestion of the eyes glowing is really good.
So
I love the detail on the hair.
Yes.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think if I was gonna make one change, I would have, because when Kanan brought up the hat, I was like, oh, that I instinctively knew that the hat was there just because of probably just how my monitor is in terms of the lighting and everything. But what I would have done is I would have added a very soft contrast glow to like the red patterning on her hat, so that we see a little bit of that pop through. And then I think that would have sold that the hat was there, because otherwise, if I look at it from a different angle, I can't tell really that she's wearing a hat.
I think the main thing that gives it away is the shadow on the forehead.
Yeah,
that's given by a hat. Usually, her hair is like to the sides. That's what I think. That's what gives it away. Like you feel that she has the hat on, but you can't actually see it.
I think if you gave it like an underglow too, because since the light is actually shining up under that, you would see the light.
The
just
highlight from the
like a cast, like, you know what I'm saying, like a profile
reflecting light.
Yeah, but you can see the care, like you were mentioning,
Yeah.
the cast shadow, the highlights on the on her lips.
Yeah,
like they are like on the correct side of like where the light is hitting her. So everything, like this is already like a huge improvement.
This is really good. Like this is a gigantic leap from last
really
month.
good.
Like and
it works.
he's just putting in the work.
Yeah, works with the theme of like horror, like not showing everything, like the stuff that you were talking about, our own pieces, right? Like the how to convey that feeling, like everything, because an illustration is also that, like it's not only technical skill, it's about like what your briefing is and what you're showing through like your piece. Sometimes it's gonna be like random, like skill, like you're not gonna be like perfect in every sense or realistic in every sense, and the piece works even better than it would sometimes, because that's the briefing, right? Like, oh, I have to make a horror piece, like some stuff doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's really good. Like the rendering of the jack-o'-lantern,
that's crazy right there.
Yeah, that jack-o'-lantern rendering especially is wild. Like that part honestly sticks out the most to me. Like I'm already a big Sidney fan. I love Sidney, but like that jack-o'-lantern just really pops.
It looks like you could just crop it out and use it like a thumbnail. It's so good.
For
like
sure.
the jack-o'-lantern. By the way, I love the way that he did the blood magic. The way it's coming out of her fingers.
Yeah,
it
this is the
feels like it's
tricky
coming
thing
out
with
of her.
like the different types of energies and stuff like that. That you know, sometimes I think a lot of people default to making all energy look kind of the same. Like I've seen a lot of art where, like, say they're doing Sydney's blood magic or Yaira's ice, and it just kind of looks like light blue lightning or red lightning instead of it like
Lightning,
looking more like actual blood, like liquid, right? Or something that looks a little more frosty, chilled. It's got mist around it, type of thing, right? That's an important detail that I think a lot of people don't think about, because every element is going to look different because it's made of different stuff.
Right. You did a good job.
So good job on that.
The table too, man. Like the wood grain.
Yeah.
He's just like the little subtleties, man, of just certain parts that show and the highlights, and then everything else is in shadow, man. Like he nailed it. That's amazing.
Yeah, he spent like the right amount of time on like
Yeah.
the places that were showing, like the texture for
Mhm.
the candle, like the
Mhm.
table, like her face. Yeah.
The blood framing it also like was a perfect touch.
Yeah.
The blood on framing the entire scene. Because I wonder how it would have looked
Me
without
too. I
that
was
blood.
thinking
It would
that
have
too,
been
Marcos.
a
I
lot
was
of
like,
black.
yeah, I was like, if it was just all black, that kind of dope too.
That would have been pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I'd be curious
Yeah.
to see what this looked like before he added the blood spatters.
Yeah,
hmm
man.
Because
And I
the,
just
the one.
realized.
Go ahead, Mark.
Oh my bad. I was just gonna say I
No.
just realized another way to tell she's wearing the hat is because the blood effect is going behind it. So you
Yeah,
see the form of the hat. I didn't
Mhm.
notice until. Sorry, I was just gonna
No.
say.
I would take out the blood splatter next to the candle, like
Mm.
the big one on
Mm.
top of her
Oh yeah,
left
yeah.
wing.
I see which one you're
Because
saying.
it's cropped there, and since everything is
This
black,
one.
it's kind of like, yeah, just
Yeah.
sitting there. I would
Yeah.
like just if I would change that, I would change like that particular. But this is like micromanaging like feedback into
oh man, looks even better.
like
Close up.
an insane way.
They better
I
Because
see.
it's
know,
really
right?
good. I'm
Let me see if
impressed.
I
I
can
was impressed
tailor
last
this a
time,
little
and
better.
this man,
Dude, if her
this is
eyes were
really
glowing,
good.
if her eyes were glowing, bro, especially the one in shadow, dude, that would be crazy.
Right?
Yeah, it would.
I
And
would have added the
he,
glow to the
I
eyes
don't know. Go ahead,
and the
Max.
choker. Oh
Yeah,
no, I was just gonna say I would have added the glow to the eye and the little gem,
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
the ruby. Yeah.
pop it out.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were
Uh,
saying?
Overall,
be-
really freaking good.
good, really good piece. Because he watched the last stream, and he
Hmm.
actually shared like the
feedback.
Mm-hmm.
kind of fixes, yeah,
Mhm.
to the feedback that we gave, and I think he did a really good job, like with
Yeah.
that pirate piece. So it's a good job. This the like we kind of mentioned that we try different things with this prompt and
Mhm.
everything, and I think people don't realize that this is usually what you should be doing to your
Yeah,
own work constantly.
yep.
Like just try to, because having too much freedom kind of puts us in a spot where you're staring at a blank screen or a blank
Yeah.
piece of paper,
Yeah.
while having some constrictions is gonna make your creativity like
We'll create
work,
the focus. Yeah,
yeah, to fit on
on
that.
the focus.
So yeah, it's a good opportunity for anyone to make a piece that kind of catches the eye of an editor or someone that's looking for a commission or something like that.
Hmm.
Like there is no negative aspect of creating this. Like
Tell you.
This is actually really cool as like a shirt design.
yeah,
Yeah.
So you could do it two ways because you could leave it as is and basically have the framing of the image be the blood spatters, right?
Mm,
Or remove the blood spatters and it's just you put it on a black shirt,
yeah.
Sydney
Black
coming out of
right?
the
Yeah.
shadows. That would look really freaking wicked.
This also look good
Yeah.
as a trading card.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
We're gonna make these into like Halloween trading cards, and then we're gonna add the Horseman
Right.
Hector Myers, and all the pieces in there. Collect them all.
That's crazy.
I
Phenomenal,
love it.
man.
Final thoughts on this for Mr. Fishburne, gentlemen?
Fishburne, you are a beast, brother. Like keep improving, man. Like this is for anybody who jumps on the competition that's going to be or that's been launched already.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get a spot, this is how you bring the heat like this and above. Like this is the what they say, the measuring stick, man, of what you want to do. Like this will get you noticed, this will get you seen. This is what you want to bring as far as quality and level, because this is beautifully done. I'm like, man, I want to do a blood routine. But yeah, I'm impressed, man. You listened and you apply what was told, and like you see the results. So
Absolutely. Porter, thank you so much for
yeah,
submitting month after month. And thank you for taking the feedback from these guys who are, masters of their craft and for applying that to your own work and improving, like visibly
yes,
improving. Each time you submit something, it is visibly better every time, measurably so. So fantastic job. Congrats on the market improvement of your art. Keep it up, man. Like, absolutely keep it up. This is a fantastic piece.
This is awesome. Yeah, it's crazy that we get like, because this is the piece that we're showing, but we're getting other pieces, and like,
Yeah.
it's amazing to
Yeah.
get like, yeah, man. When we started this, we didn't think about this. Like, it's so awesome to
No, no.
have like
We didn't.
fun art pieces coming in, and like, yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, we really didn't. All right, quick housekeeping bits while I pull up the gentleman's pieces all side by side here. We just announced Rippafest, which is a fan initiative. It is a set of fan contests that go across art in multiple categories. So like pinup/cover art, interior sequential art, coloring. It covers content creation. So like videos, whether it's long form or short form, commentary, video essays, lore breakdowns, things like this. Again, all Rippaverse related, obviously, and even music. Like even
Yeah.
composing like potential theme songs for characters. I'm not saying if y'all do Blue Shift that you'll catch my
He's saying it.
attention. I'm not saying that. I
Well,
would
he-
never
he's
say.
saying
I would
it.
never
He's
say.
He's saying it.
I would
If
never say.
if anybody does salvage, you gotta do like Shaft, like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. That would be amazing. So yes, please check that out if you're an aspiring artist, content creator, musician, composer, any of that stuff. Dive in, go to rippafest.com or rippaverse.com/rippafest. Either one takes you to the exact same page. Because we can, I guess, do cool things like that with links. I didn't know. I don't internet. But yes, please dive in, check out the contest, compete with your fellow fans. I'm hyped to see all the submissions as they start coming through. That's going to be running from today, day of this recording of this episode, which is October 22nd through December 6th. So you've got time. That's 45 days, but those 45 days will fly by. If you plan on drawing something, start outlining now. Start sketching now. Start scripting your video now. Like start figuring out what instruments, what tone you want to use for which character now, because those 45 days, I promise you, will fly by.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Thank you to everybody in advance who does jump in on that. It's going to be a real exciting time. Poll is up in the chat right now for voting on which piece you like most. Final housekeeping bits. Alpha Core number 2 is available for pre-order right now, and it is going strong already. We're almost at 2,500 books, and we are at like 90 something K. I think it's like 93K, if I remember correctly. Detention Crew, which we just launched, which is a all ages story written by the Saskas, illustrated by Matteo Lucetti. I pronounced that correct. I'm going to say that I pronounced that correct. He can DM me if I didn't.
I think you nailed it. Yeah.
That's doing really well so far, and we're excited. That one's almost at 1,000 books sold already, and about 30,000 in total sales already, which is great because this is an all-age book. This is a completely different demographic from the rest of our books. So we're pulling in, like, this is like parents getting this for their kids, right? So this is a totally different audience, which is important. We want to continue to grow that. Blood Roof 2 is kicking butt. It's almost at 150K. It's at a little over 42, almost 4,300 books sold. Rippazine Collection Volume 1, which features all 5 short stories from the first 5 issues of our magazine. That's Salvage, PI, that's Sersha, that's Dirty Deeds. Hashtag more Dirty Deeds in the chat. That's Catch and Kill by the Saskas. That's Blue Shift. Like, get all those plus a teaser preview of Unpack That, which is a story created by Zachary Levi. Yes, that Zachary Levi of Shazam. So check that out. We're super excited about that project. That's doing really well so far. And then finally, the Isom Primeval figure made with McFarlane Toys, the legendary McFarlane Toys. That's doing great. Please keep supporting that. Christmas is coming up. Who knows when these are going to start shipping? I think we said somewhere around Q1, if I remember correctly. So it not getting there for Christmas, unfortunately. However, these figures look incredible.
Yes, they do.
Absolutely incredible. As always, guys, if you are a member, you will receive every single one of the gentleman's art pieces from this month's prompt in your email as part of your membership. So if you're not a member, fix that. Get signed up, because not only will you get the wallpapers, but you also get discounts depending on the membership tier you're at. No matter which tier you're at, you will get a free copy of the latest issue of the Rippazine. And I think you should especially do that now, because the latest is issue of the Rippazine is mine. So, yeah,
Not biased,
you know, not at all, not at all. Just like I would never say. Guys, thank you so much for being here, hanging out with us in chat, for voting, for listening, interacting with us on social media, and interacting with us in live stream chats. We appreciate you. We love you. Thanks for joining the Discord. The Discord server link will be in the description down below. I think we have a actual link for it that makes sense now. Discord.com/Rippaverse or something like that. One of those. It'll be in the description. I don't have to memorize it. Y'all can click the button. That's too much work for me to remember. But guys, I think we're going to put this baby to bed. Thank you so much for all of you guys' love and support. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being a member. If you're not a member yet, consider it. Get a lot of cool benefits, and more are on the way. For those of you who are going to be at SpaceCon this weekend, I will see you there. You will also be able to see Caro there, Duchess of the Dirty Deeds. We actually have space-themed stuff this time. Last year, we were like, hey, we don't have sci-fi stuff quite. Well, we had Gooding, which is like soft sci-fi, but now we've got Zalen. Now we've got Dirty Deeds. We've got some slick new banners that were designed by our own Kanan White that I'm excited to show off and show pictures and videos of for y'all who are not able to be there, but hopefully we'll get to see y'all at conventions soon. I think our next planned appearance is going to be MegaCon. That is in March, so you got time. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at that one too. MegaCon's always a blast. It's a wild time. It's busy. It's a lot. Like, it is a lot of people. And I'm an introvert. So I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, I need everyone to go. I just like headphones in, ambient music. All right, I'm just chilling now. Guys, until next time, we appreciate all of you. We'll see you in the next one. God bless. Godspeed.